So we'll now go into the formal business of the AGM. First of all, we have some apologies for absence. I know Hester is, and Martin's probably stuck on a train trying to get back from London this evening. Thankfully, Carlton did actually make it through the multiple blockages in the train system. Does anybody else know of any other apologies for absence? Jim. Yeah, Jim Chisholm. So, first of all, we have my report of the campaign. So, first of all, yeah. Who's taking? Oh yes, somebody would like to take minutes, wouldn't they? We have a computer that you could use. You sure? Okay, great. Thank you very much. So, first of all, I would like all the trustees in the room currently to stand up. Come on, stand up. So, can you give these guys a big round of applause, please? Keep standing. Everybody in this room who has done something to help the campaign this year, please stand up. Whether that's just post an idea on CamCycle, whether that's help deliver a newsletter, whether that's... Come on, you more than this.
I've seen people I know that stand.
Yeah, have you delivered newsletters?
Robbie.
Yeah, go on, Rob. Come on. Can you give these guys a round of applause? And Martin's made it. He's already been marked down as absent. It's okay, no problem. So this year in Cambridge has been interesting. I think last year I described the city deal as overburdening or something like that. This year I think it's actually got a little bit better. Okay, they've rebranded. It's now the Greater Cambridge Partnership as opposed to the City Deal, which obviously means it's better because they're in partnership with us. Doesn't feel like that sometimes, but apparently that's where we are. We have had some good infrastructure, mostly, that has been built. Has anybody been over to Eddington and cycled from Huntingdon Road over to Madingley Road? You know, we've got some segregated infrastructure separated by trees. There's a priority of side roads and things like that. We still need to have some work done on, and I believe that that's going to happen. But, you know, there is now evidence of proper segregated cycle infrastructure. It's not quite wide enough, it's, you know, it's not perfect, but it is a step forward in the level of provision in this city. So hopefully that will continue. We've done fantastic work, and I'm going to have to praise Matt here. Matt has led on Milton Road. He's worked very, come on Matt, stand up, come on, take the praise. He's worked very closely with people like the Milton Road Residents Association, the Hurst Park Avenue Residents Association, and basically has set the agenda for what the city deal at the time we're trying to discuss. Now, we're in the level of detail at the moment, we're fighting every single silly proposal that's coming forward, but still, a huge win. Thank you very much, Matt.
No, I'm just saying it's not over.
It's not over. There's still a lot of work to do. That's why we still exist. You know, Northstowe is starting to be built. We haven't seen much evidence on the ground yet. There's a few buildings going up. Waterbeach is just starting to get going. You know, so both of these two developments will bring somewhere between 18 and 25,000 houses, well within cycling distance of major employment sites like the university and the science park. So people should be able to cycle, apart from the fact that the infrastructure isn't quite there yet. The one thing that we've kicked off this year is something called the vision. If you turn to your annual report, page 12, you'll see the sort of thing that we are trying to achieve. So it's a very picture-heavy, text-light vision of what we want the city to look like. We've got the basic plan of the document, we've got the basic style for the artwork, and I think we're pretty much most of the way there in terms of the text. We just now need to pull that together and then deliver that out. So that's going to be a big task for this year. We've also had some interesting campaigns. Absolute Bollards, I think, has been absolutely fantastic. This is something that Hester, who unfortunately can't be here this evening, really kicked off, but got a huge amount of support from other people. And using the hashtag Absolute Bollards, basically invited people to say where do they get stuck, where do they almost hit things, and then try to fix those. And every time I cycle around now, every so often I notice that there used to be 2 bollards and now there's only 1. And that 1 bollard is better lit or has more reflective markings on, so it's much safer for everybody. The Chisholm Trail, Jim can't be with us this evening. But the Chisholm Trail is getting to the point of going to be built. Proprietary work has already started, and they're just trying to get the Commons consent to widen paths and to build the bridge, which is going to connect Wadlows Road to the Causeway on the other side. But instead of building a dual carriageway going across a river and a railway, and then the road on top, which is what the original 1930s dream would have been, it's a lovely cycleway, cycling next to cows and swans. Although some people I do know don't like swans. The cows are lovely, unless they're blocking the cycle path, but you know, still, they are lovely. And I've not even mentioned things like the hugely successful Reach Ride, where we've had a great group of people attend, the Cambridge 105, who we did an awful lot with last month when we were Charity of the Month. The Freshers leaflet, the Cycling Lights leaflet, both of which either got refreshed or were brand new, and I think have been absolutely fantastic. 10,000 Freshers leaflets were handed out. So when somebody asks you, well, why are you supporting CamCycle? You can say, because every single student in this city had the opportunity to get one of those leaflets and told where they could cycle because of the map inside, what the signs mean. You know, the flying motorbike signs means you can go through there. A red circle with a white line through means you can't. So that sort of information really helps people who are new to the city, new to the language, or new to the concept of riding around on a cycle to understand what it's like in this place. And we've had 7 episodes of the podcast. Yes? Again, this is an idea that Al and Hester came up with. I think the conversation went, well, if City Metric can do something that sounds like they're in the pub and drunk, can't we just go to the pub, get drunk, and do a podcast?
Except we're not recording it in the pub.
Except you're not recording it in the pub, and I believe you're not drunk. Okay, I will repeat that. I believe you're not drunk. Okay. In terms of the campaign, we still have a large number of issues to deal with. First one is fundraising. I think we've just closed the big give campaign. Over £5,000 was raised, so I thank every single person here who has put in even a few pounds or a few tens of pounds or a few hundreds of pounds. Thank you very much. You help us carry on. We've also got some other things that are coming through from legislation, like the data protection legislation that's coming up. We have to contact every single member of the campaign to make sure that you are happy for us to hold your data and use that data electronically to contact you. And to do that, we can't send you an email. We're going to have to write a letter to you, stick it in an envelope, stick a stamp on it, and post it to you. This is going to be a lot of work, and there's going to be a lot of letter stuffing, fun parties in the office to do this. So if you don't know how to volunteer for the campaign, look for one of those notices in the newsletter and come along and, first of all, visit the office. Second of all, stuff pieces of paper in envelopes and stick stamps on. Because it's going to be fun, isn't it?
Except my data protection code can't look at the letters we're posting.
Yeah, you can't look at the letters you're posting. Okay, never mind. The other thing, the bi-monthly magazine. Sarah has been doing an absolutely fantastic job, and I think we need that absolutely minuted that Sarah has done a fantastic job on the magazine for the last year or two. It is also why she's not here, because she's trying to get it out. And, you know, I just can't talk highly enough of what she's done for the magazine. She filled very big boots of Monica's very big boots of Monica's, and she's done a fantastic job. Unfortunately, due to other commitments, she can't continue that role moving forward. So if anybody would like to try and fill Sarah's huge boots, then please come and talk to myself or Roxanne or any of the other trustees and say, you know, I might be able to help. If we don't find somebody to do it, we're going to have to pay for an external contractor to do that work, which means we have to raise more money. So one way you can do it is to say, yeah, fine, here's another £2,000, go ahead and do that every month. But I would sooner try and find a volunteer to be able to do that. The other thing that I think we need to start thinking about in terms of the campaign is second employee. Roxanne has been absolutely fantastic, and by the way, you've got the rest of the month off. Because she's done so much work for this event. When was the last time you had a day off? 2017, 2016?
Yeah. Well, we've had a few events and things on the weekends.
We've had a few events on the weekends and stuff like that, and late nights as well. You know, last Thursday was late, and you know, tonight is late. So Roxanne has done an absolutely fantastic job, but we're starting to see some infrastructural capacity problems with just having one employee. So we're looking to see how can we create a second post and expand the role of the campaign accordingly. The other thing that I just want to wrap up on is that this campaign exists for you, and it only exists because of you. It's the volunteers, the people who volunteer their time, even if it's just to ride a bicycle to the Reach Ride with a fancy CamCycle t-shirt on, because you know the way and somebody else might not. Or even if it's riding out on the Saturday before the Reach Ride, because you're going off and visit Granny on the Monday, but helping to make sure that the route is clear. It's those volunteers, it's the members of the campaign and the supporters of CamCycle that mean this charity exists and can do all the work we do, like, for example, Freshers Leaflets, like, for example, Milton Road, like, for example, making sure that Eddington does have proper segregated infrastructure. So for that, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for both being here this evening and for supporting us. Thank you very much. And with that, does anybody have any questions for myself? Yes, Willa.
I just want to say something actually. Sorry, you talk about everyone in the room and being great volunteers and being great members, but we have the most important person in the room who does everything for us. She's behind all the great things that we've been able to achieve this year, and that's Roxanne. So please can everyone say thank you to everyone.
I was going to do that later, but we'll do that now. Okay. Okay, any questions? Okay, great. So, Chris, would you mind giving a quick minute or two on the annual accounts?
Okay, I'll stand up. I'm Chris Carroll. I'm told to say a few words, so I'll try and be very brief. I took over as treasurer 12 months ago. Bit of background, at that point, a long-standing member had very kindly given a couple of quite large donations in order to enable us to employ our first employee, which I think has been transformative. As somebody that was involved as a trustee before Roxanne and with Roxanne, just the ability to enable volunteers to do more campaigning is amazing. For this year's accounts, what that meant is that we had those donations before I started. We had a very healthy bank balance to start with. Over the last year, we have spent more money. We've moved into our office at the Bike Depot up on Cowley Road, which is very useful. We've also spent a lot more money on campaigning, so our costs have gone up a bit. The income has obviously gone down this year compared to last year without the major donor, but what we've started doing, which is the plan for the near future, is to try and increase our variety of sources of income and just increase income in particular areas. We've had a small but significant increase in membership income, and we're now looking at what are the ways in which we can increase income over the next year or two to bridge the gap between our spending and our income with one employee, and hopefully to keep that process going so we can build the case for a second employee as well. So this year there was a modest deficit, but that was very much expected without the major donor. We have increased income, say from membership, from things like the various merchandise as well, and the aim is to try and do more of that in the years ahead. So we started this last year with a very healthy bank balance, made a deficit of about 12,000 over this year, but we still have a very healthy bank balance, and we'll use that to continue to support things while we increase income. That's pretty much it. There is the accounts are currently being looked at by our independent reviewer, so they've not been signed off yet, but hopefully that will happen soon. We can get these on the Charity Commission's website, otherwise there's a bit of a more detailed report in the pack. And unless anyone's got any questions, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Okay, so the last formal item for the AGM is election of next year's trustees. If you go to your agenda pack, the last couple of pages, we have all the people who are standing, including some people, as I said, who couldn't be here, like Hester and Jim. I believe you should all know them anyway. So, does anybody have any questions about who is standing? No? Okay. So, everybody who is a member should have been given a form, not filled in. As somebody who asked me why aren't the names on the form, it's like, go and ask Roxanne and wait to be hit.
I didn't put them on, I don't know where they went.
So, it doesn't matter. You can all come up here and grab a pen if you need a pen and fill in the names yourself. The names are in the pack on the back. You can vote for people, you can not vote for people, you can leave the name blank, and we'll pop to the maypole after this and count them up. So,
We can have 4 general campaigners.
yes. So, for the general campaigners, you can put 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 names in there. I believe that we won't go over the number of trustee spots. So, scoring somebody as a lower priority won't make much sense. But at least you can say who you like better.
So for the general campaign bit, can you just put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, or nothing at all?
I have.
Oh, right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What should we do with those then?
So when you've done them, just pass them to myself or Al, and we will let them up front. Yes, yeah, sure. So, Martin?
Can I just draw everyone's attention to this sheet of paper? Can everyone just find this and have a quick look at it? It's called Help Create Our Main Campaigning Resource. Has everyone got a copy?
Good.
Lots of extras.
So as we said earlier, the newsletter, we've had an incredibly hard-working volunteer who's now stepping down. And as I think was mentioned, we've taken the opportunity to restructure how the news, sort of the posts involved, with the aim of basically making sure that sort of there aren't sort of massive huge jobs required, but it's a much smaller number. It's a large number of people, but doing a small amount. So on this, we've kind of listed the posts. So and we'd really like people to come forward and help. And if you yourself can't help, can you have a look at this, please, and think of people who you could ask to help? So we've got the editor who's kind of giving the overall sort of flavour of where the newsletter goes and overseeing it. We've got a new coordinator whose essential job is to sort of make sure that everything happens on time, to send things to the printer and so on. Article writers, so if you've got things you want to write about, come forward, that'd be great. Layout is one that we really want to help with, particularly. So what we'd like is a team of about 3 designers who could essentially take the material and put it into our template. And so if we had 3 people, that would mean that for the 6 newsletters, they had to do only 2 of them a year. So that'd be essentially 2 weekends of volunteering over the whole year. So, you know, it'd be really great. I mean, there must be, in a campaign of 1,200 people, there must be some people who could, you know, probably 20 to 30 people who've got these sorts of skills. Or maybe some of you people know other people who do this sort of stuff. So we really need to help with that. And then other people, we've got copy editors and proofreaders, people taking photographs, which again, you know, we've got articles, but we need photos taken things. Helping get advertising, which keeps the costs, which pays for it all, and importantly, stuffing it into envelopes and delivering at the end. So please, can I really encourage people to come forward to help with this? I don't know if there's anyone who's got any questions about it, but it will be really helpful, because otherwise, basically, the newsletter won't happen, or it costs us a very large amount of money. I think, you know, we've had really good teams in the past, and hopefully we can keep the quality of what we've got up. So please do have a look at this, please pass it. Please think about other people who could help, maybe family members, something like that. Thanks.
Thank you, Martin. Okay. At that point, I will open the floor to any other business. Yes.
Are we meant to approve the minutes of the last AGM? I wrote them and I found 3 typos, which I confess to.
Well, you would spot the typos.
But they seem okay, haven't
Just
they?
to make us feel better about our own...
So, yes, we should approve the minutes of the previous AGM. I believe they are in the inside of the AGM tablet, yeah. So, apart from the 3
Shocking
typos, shocking typos, does anybody have any problems with approving the minutes of the AGM last year? Okay, so I don't see any objections, so therefore I move to approve those unanimously. So the other thing we probably need to formally do is to approve the accounts. So if you look in the annual report, page 27, actually page 25, 26, 27 and 28, because Chris writes a lot. Thank you very much, Chris. Does anybody have any problems with approving those accounts? Okay, can we have a show of hands in favour of approving the accounts? Okay, can we have a show of hands for those not approving those accounts? Okay, I see that the approvals were unanimous then. Thank you. Okay, yes.
Can I just say a couple of words about the stationery? So I'm Edward Lee, I lead Smarter Cambridge Transport. I had a call today from Sven Topple, who's the Chief Executive Managing Director of Brookgate, who I've been trying to get in a meeting with for about a year, I think. And finally, we managed to persuade him that it is actually worth talking to local people about the problems in the station square. So I'm meeting him next week. If you look on Cyclescape, there is actually a discussion thread. I actually didn't bring a map. I don't know if someone picked it up. It just fell on the floor. Anyway, I've got to have a map of what we've developed, what we're going to share with them. It does include putting a cycle route through north to south, so to connect what will become the Chisholm Trail, but now just Devonshire Road, and the busway to the south, which is one of the key issues, and also access to the cycle point. But also we need to try and improve just the environment on Great Northern Road and all the other many problems in that. But I'll post an update on the cycliscape thread, so if you want to contribute to that, I will then incorporate all that sort of feedback to Brookgate next week.
Thank you. Any other business? Okay, you're first.
I was just going to say, it was a bit related to your comment, but has anyone else noticed that when you cycle drive in the Cambridge North Station, that it's not signposted to how you get to it from the kind of southern side?
There's a money in local highways improvement fund should be approved fairly soon to improve signage. So there is the relevant authorities know and are and have plans for doing something.
Because I get stopped quite
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah. No, it's bad, but there is definitely something happening on that.
Yeah. Monica?
I just wanted to point out another achievement of the campaign, which is the cycle barometer is very close to counting the million cyclists. I went past today, and I think it's only well, it may have already hit.
It didn't this evening, was it? No.
It was not. It's getting very close, which is about 10 days earlier than last year. So when it happens, we will point out that we're getting more people cycling. At least more people cycling past the cycle barometer.
I have nothing to do with that.
No, but I've done magic.
Yes. Roxanne.
Go to the station.
Just on that, it would be
Stand
great.
up, come on.
Oh, it would just be great if someone could help write a press release or a few comments about that. I haven't got capacity, so it's a really big thing to celebrate, and we got a lot of media attention last year. So if we can make a big deal out of it this year, that would be great. But we need some volunteers.
Okay.
I'll find what we did last year, and you can tweak that.
Is it a short comment, James?
Yes. Is there any way in which the campaign can take more active action over getting potholes and sunken metalwork dealt with, because they're such a hazard for children and the elderly?
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, I think we ought to be more active than we are sometimes.
Okay.
You could write it.
Okay. Fair comment. Okay. So I'm seeing no other hands up, and we do have to leave this room by 10 o'clock. So thank you very much for attending. If you have any questions, we will all be in the Maypole afterwards, counting names and having a drink, and of course you're welcome to join us. Okay, thank you.